Conservative political activist Charlie Kirk has died after being shot during an event at a Utah college. What we know at this hour.
A few showers are possible across the region tonight and tomorrow, but temperatures will remain above average for September in the upper 70s and lower 80s.
And the state of Washington is making a change to the way gun stores operate. How? The community is reacting. We start tonight with the assassination of conservative political activist Charlie Kirk. Chaos erupted after he was shot while speaking on a college campus in Utah. The 31-year-old had a massive following and was a vocal supporter of President Trump. Tonight, the president ordered flags at half-staff in honor of Kirk. Good evening and thank you so much for joining us for KREM 2 News. I'm Regan Gallo. Very little is known about the suspected shooter, who is still on the run tonight. Earlier today, authorities took 2 people into custody, but both have since been released. CBS News' Terrian Small has more.
Charlie Kirk, a right-wing political activist, died Wednesday after being shot in the neck at Utah Valley University.
I run the largest pro-American student organization in the country.
Kirk, founder of Turning Point USA, an organization for young conservatives, was known for inviting and engaging in political debate on college campuses.
This incident occurred with a large crowd around. There was 1 shot fired and one victim.
President Trump announced Kirk's death on social media and ordered flags to be lowered to half-staff throughout the nation. At a Wednesday evening press conference, authorities said they are still working to piece together details surrounding the shooting.
The shot came from here on campus, from a location at potentially from a roof, yes.
Authorities vowed to bring those responsible for the shooting to justice.
To whoever did this, we will find you. We will try you. And we will hold you accountable to the furthest extent of the law.
Kirk's death comes in the wake of a spate of recent politically motivated violence, including the assassination attempt of then presidential nominee Donald Trump in 2024 and the shooting of 2 Minnesota lawmakers and their spouses in June.
In Washington, a moment of silence was held for Kirk on the House floor. Kirk, 31, leaves behind a wife and 2 young children. Torian Small, CBS News, Washington.
Kirk was in Utah Valley University, and looking back in April, he held a similar public debate with students in Pullman at Washington State University. As news of Charlie Kirk's death has spread across the country this afternoon, local leaders across the Northwest are reacting. Baumgartner called the shooting, quote, terrible. He added, quote, political violence must be rejected and its perpetrators brought to swift justice. And also, he sent out a second message on X regarding Charlie Kirk. She stated, just months ago, the Speaker of the Minnesota House was killed. Now, Charlie Kirk. This must end. Political violence is a uniquely dangerous thing. We make ourselves heard with our voices and our votes. Now, this story is still developing tonight. For reactions from lawmakers and the latest information on the shooting, just head to our website at krem.com. A student is dead after allegedly shooting 2 of his fellow peers at a Colorado high school, then turning the gun on himself, according to police. Law enforcement arrived on the scene within 2 minutes of receiving multiple reports of a shooting.
The weapon used today was a handgun, a revolver handgun. We did determine that we have multiple scenes at the school. We have some scenes inside the school where some shootings occurred, and then outside the school as well.
The 2 students injured in the shooting are currently being treated in the hospital. There is still no word on a motive. And closer to home, a new Washington state law enacting sweeping reform for gun stores across the state. And now firearm dealers are footing the bill. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy tells us more about the law and what it's costing.
It's been 2 months since House Bill 2118 went into effect, and the owner of Sharpshooting Indoor Range and Gun Shop says it's costing him a pretty penny. Step inside sharpshooting indoor range and gun shop.
All these cases are thick steel. They have reinforced laminated glass.
And you'll find owner Jeremy Ball talking about new security measures his store added over the past several months.
You can touch the gun, however, you cannot remove it. It is impossible to get off of here.
Ball's one of many firearm dealers in Washington state needing to update security after the passing of House Bill 2118. It requires business owners to hold annual employee background checks, 24/7 audio and video surveillance where firearms are sold or displayed, and mandatory liability insurance coverage of at least $1 million per incident. The law, entitled Protecting the Public from Gun Violence by Establishing Additional Requirements for the Business Operations of Licensed Firearms Dealers, is set to prevent theft of firearms and straw purchases, meaning a person buying a firearm on behalf of someone who legally can't. The bill was signed into law in March of 2024 and went into effect in July of this year. Ball says he spent roughly $150,000 keeping up with the new state requirements he feels won't change his security.
It was a lot of money, and now we've got, these extra security measures that honestly are not likely to prevent anything because we've never had any problems in the first place.
Ball says the money would have gone to expanding his business, but says that won't be the case for now.
We were on track to do some major renovations to the range side of the business, and unfortunately all of that stuff was put on hold because of that.
Despite the financial setback, Ball says the changes to his store won't change how he and his staff serves their customers.
We'll wait out this next legislative cycle, and hopefully there are not further restrictions for Washington residents.
We've reached out to State Representatives Amy Wallen and Liz Berry, who introduced the bill before becoming law, but have not heard back. We've also reached out to State Representative Jim Walsh. We did not hear back, but he's been on record since the bill's introduction, saying it's bad policy that will not stop criminal activity. Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
As tomorrow marks the 24th anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attack that killed nearly 3,000 people in New York City, the Pentagon, and in Pennsylvania. Thousands more have since died from 9/11 related illnesses. For a list of local events honoring the victims, just head to our website at krem.com. Switching gears now to talk weather, we have Michelle Boss with us at our Outdoor Weather Center. Michelle, should we be expecting some rain the next few days? What's going on outside?
I think we do have a chance for a little bit of rain tonight and tomorrow. Unfortunately, it's probably not going to be a lot. It won't be widespread across the inland northwest. Sadly, when I came outside to the Outdoor Weather Center, I was kind of breathing in the fresh air and did smell a little bit more smoke, though our air quality has remained in the moderate category and pretty much held pretty steady with an AQI of 76. We don't have a lot of wind out here, and as the smoke particles keep being put into the air, a lot of that can settle, especially during the overnight hours. Air quality alerts are still in effect for some parts of the inland northwest in the vicinity of some of those ongoing fires, but it's not as widespread as what we have had in past weeks. Satellite and radar does show some pretty active weather down towards Lewiston and parts of the southern Idaho Panhandle. Lewiston reported some gusty winds over 30 miles per hour and some thunder, though no reports of precipitation just as of the last half hour. But we are seeing that stormy weather move through, and some of it may be far enough north to give Spokane and Coeur d'Alene a little bit of a shower, maybe even a thunderstorm overnight. Have those chances tomorrow as well. Temperatures right now, generally in the 60s and 70s, 73 in Spokane, 70 in Lewiston, still 80 in Grand Coulee, 72 in Moses Lake. Other than that, small chance of showers overnight. Looking at otherwise quiet weather, temperatures bottoming out in the lower 60s, and we're going to stay warm over the next 3 days. Even with the chance of showers tomorrow, it's not going to be an overall wet day, so we're looking at highs in the lower 80s. Mountain showers on Friday with a high of 80, and a pretty nice day on Saturday, mostly sunny, highs in the lower 80s.
Don't go to bed just yet. NASA's rover has been busy on Mars, digging up new details about the red planet. More on that later. But first, the federal government has ordered Washington state to turn over its full list of voter registration information. The details in just 90 seconds.